It's working now? Okay. Okay, thanks. Hello, Chư Hong. Please say something. Okay, thank you, Chư Hong. I can hear you.
We are ready, Master.
Okay, and thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. We are here today at DTT, San Francisco. Thank you all for joining us. First of all, as usual, I'm very pleased to be here. It's a nice temple. Thank you, Master Z, and all of you for having such a nice temple. It feels so peaceful here, and very special feeling. I hope that we should make it available to more people, so that especially the local people and the Bay Area people would come and take advantage of it, even for half an hour or so, 5-10 minutes. That's fine too. They will feel the sense of experience, a sense of peace. And if they meditate, they will be able to enter samadhi a lot faster, a lot easier. So we should do something to spread the words. Maybe have banners or signs up there that to tell people about our programs. Okay. Number 2, spread the words, maybe in social media and word of mouth, so that people can come and take advantage of it. Especially in the Asian communities here. They are very keen on reciting Buddha's name, so they can come here and they will be able to recite the Buddha's name better. And also part of that process is that we also need to staff up for having more people during the hours that we open, so that we can take care of the visitors properly. Whoever comes, we should try our best to accommodate their needs and make them feel welcome, and learn. We have to learn. I'm an advocate of learning. It's a lifelong process for me. Every day it's exciting for me because I'm learning more and more from all of you, from this learning how to do a better job. And so that's a mindset, Master Z. It's not just being and Xian Wen and go for it. It's not enough just to be at peace and be peaceful. Also, we have to learn to take better care of the visitors. For example, Now is a phase where next time the next relics exhibit, we will have better training for you. So far, all these years, I ignored it because I just been busy and I just wanted to watch how you work together. But the next exhibit, we will train people to be better at it, and I will explain to you the process. I heard some suggestions and comments already, and that's along the line of my vision. It may look like I'm not doing anything, but I'm thinking far ahead. I see the future, and I admit to you, it seems like ever since I grew up in Vietnam, I always had this vision of acquiring skills to come back to my country to help rebuild it, and so I acquired skills, developed skills through decades, and so what remains in spite of the changes of circumstances is that my vision is very far. My vision used to be just take care of Vietnam, my country, and help my people relieve the suffering and make them happier, stronger, wealthier. But now my vision is worldwide. We have a very wonderful Dharma that's very beneficial for all of you. Okay, I've noticed that. We may be small, but the quality of the people who are here is just outstanding. I'm so proud of you that you've been improving so fast, and you're improving faster and faster. That's what's amazing about many of you. So no lead is safe for us. The new ones are surpassing the old ones, and the old ones are all of a sudden, overnight, they experience a sudden enlightenment and so forth. Okay, and so I'm very excited about that. And this is a phase where I will train a lot more of you, and so that we have the manpower. Right now, we are understaffed. There are lots of things that we need to do to make the temple be more efficient, better temples. For example, in the typical temples, there's a lot more sanghas and people or lay people who are doing the important work of a temple. And so if we bring people in, we need the front desk to be manned and know what to do to serve our communities. Okay, and so I'm open ears, open my ears, and I welcome suggestions on how to do it better. Okay, we need, for example, here we need during open hours a front desk person. Okay, who can greet people and direct them and take care of them. Okay. The philosophy, the attitude is that every single newcomer that walks in here, someone will pay attention and take care of them. And that starts with the abbot, and then eventually a vice abbot, and eventually a chika, fa shi, meaning the person who takes care of the guests, guest prefect, if you will, and so forth. We will have those kind of functions for the bigger temples. All right, and also my vision is that this is to serve this SF area here. This is an area of culture and of old tradition. This is where my master came first. So he chose this for a reason. He chose this area because this is where people are very talented, have a lot of potential. My vision is also to have a bigger way place eventually in San Jose, because I feel that one of my aspirations is to train more people, the important people in Silicon Valley, and because they are key to the economy of California. Okay, and so right now we're in the phase of what I call cool phase. You gotta have fun if you cultivate and you practice, and it's all suffering. Like at my master's temples, we won't be able to draw a lot of people. Okay, both sanghas or lay people, and but it's a cool thing to be able to practice, and it's a learning process. Okay, and we open our eyes and develop more skills, and so I will train. I commit to you. I will train. I try to figure out how to train our sanghas a lot faster, because I need more sanghas, and then within maybe 5-10 years, no more than 10 years, we go into the phase called scary phase, where we'll show off. We will develop spiritual powers to complete it. Okay? I don't want spiritual powers right now because I watched my master's program. The Chinese put too enamored with spiritual powers. That's why they stuck. Problem with spiritual powers is that you tend to get attached to them. You use them. They're so cool. Okay, they're so impressive that people use them when they're not supposed to. That's why I prefer to help you develop your wisdom first, so that you won't fall into that same trap. Okay, and so the scary phase will be more people who will have more spiritual powers. All right, and so that we give you the full flavors of Mahayana. Okay, it's not talk; it's substance. It's abilities. All right, aim to make a difference. All right, so that's why the past 2 decades or so, 18 years or so, I neglected. I don't put that much emphasis on spiritual powers, and that's why you progress so fast compared to my master's disciples. They stuck. The Asians are too easily enamored with showing off and spiritual powers. Maybe it's necessary for my masters to do that, because for the sake of establishing credibility and getting more support. But that comes at a cost of limiting your development, slowing it down. Okay. All right. Any questions? If no questions, we can take a break and 5-10 minutes, and then do the lunch ceremony. Oh, by the way, the altar, I was looking at the altar, little things, okay? It's the details that make a difference, can make a difference. So I don't know, I like to see hanging wires, like on this side here. It's uncool, okay? So hide the wires be in the thick wall there behind it or something, okay? These wires here. That's unsightly. It's not cool at all, okay? And eventually, maybe 5 years or so, we replace the sound system with, I'd like to have a bow system where, like it was pointed out to me last weekend, you have a series of smaller speakers so that the sound is uniform. Okay? Eventually, we find right now. And then for the altar, we will start looking for, add more adornments to it. Okay, Pureland Dharma is a Dharma adornments. You have to think, adorning this Buddha hall here, gradually. Okay, that's all we can afford. Okay, we adorn when we can. And so, for example, the lamps here should be about twice as tall. Okay, and we're going to have a sensor and a stick. It's a sensor, a big sensor for incense sticks, and a smaller sensor for the smaller sticks. Okay, and they should be. I want something solid. Okay, like stone, like metal. Ceramics, I don't like so much. Okay, so that's we should start planning for that. Getting the better lamps, bigger sensors, and maybe, if possible, sets of offering plates. Okay, that match the lights. Okay, solid stuff, not cheap stuff. Okay, and I think there are lots of choices in China. All right, any questions? And I'd like to also, almost forgot to say that, also I'd like to tell you how grateful I am for Northern California, the support that you've given us. We've been up here for 5 years now, right? Like we opened Go Forest when? We bought a dump, right? Basically a dump. The original plan was to buy a dump and turn it into a Dharma speaking hall, like Master YongHua did in Hong Kong. Okay, it has a 讲堂. So I was planning on coming up here to San Jose for maybe a couple of times a month to speak Dharma and drive back. That's all we were hoping for. And so we went to this Vietnamese temple, and the abbot was very compassionate. He allowed us to come like twice a month, and to speak the Dharma and recite the Buddha's name. And somehow we found a Go Forest, which is a dump, and then we fixed it up, and a lot of people. Several people came around and fix it up and turn it into Go Force, and that I'm very grateful. And then DTT happens and so forth. And you see, that's a process of Dharma propagation. I have this vision, but I respond to accord with conditions, meaning that I don't necessarily have to grow, I don't have to expand, but my job is to plan for expansion, okay, and respond to the support, local support. So I know that eventually, and so I understand my job is to train Sanghas, to train lay people, so that when we have local support, we will open more and go to more places to make the Dharma more available, to propagate the Dharma. Okay? That's the process. Yes, Wei Mountain.
Thank you, Masters. I have an unrelated question to what you have been talking, but about a week ago, I make a mistake at work, and it's give me this kind of huge anxieties since then. I try to sit cross-legs, meditate. It went away during the sitting, but it came back. And also, I can feel the effect on my loved ones when I enduring that anxieties. Other people kind of feel my energy low, and even my wife feel the under some kind of a depression attack as well. So I want to ask, is that anxiety is also a symptom of depressions? And also what kind of cultivation that I can do to reduce that effect? Even though I understand that karma, it could be a karma retribution that I have to endure it. I think I can endure it, but I don't want it to affect my my loved ones. Thank you, Masters.
Okay. That's life. You have some mental challenges yourself, and so these will keep on arising. That's part of life. Okay, and personally, I'm not worried about it, because I look at you, and the way I look at you, the way you look and the way you sound, is you're very grounded compared to when you first joined us. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct, Master.
Sorry?
Yes, you are correct. I'm much aware of my emotional state and mental state now than before, and yes. And
that's what it's about. So is that you're aware that you have anxiety, which means that you're under attack. Anxiety and ghost was attacking you, and instinctively you learn, you cross your legs and meditate it to mitigate, to deal with the attacks. That's what we all have to do. I'm the same thing with me every day. I'm under attack myself too. So I need to meditate every day to protect myself, to defend myself. So that's what we all have to do. Okay? It's daily maintenance, if you will. In your case, it's like it's a wave of attack, new wave of attack that you open the door to by making a mistake at work, right? So it causes fear and anxiety, okay? So, and that's also an opportunity for you to, as you've been doing, to cross your legs and learn to not be overwhelmed by the attacks. And you're able to do that when it helps calm you down, but it's not permanent. Meaning the good news is that when you meditate, you're able to provide relief to yourself. Okay, but when you're not meditating, that's when you're vulnerable. That's life. We cannot meditate all day. Okay, and so therefore, don't worry. As long as they're attacking you, you will just meditate more and more. You find that actually you will notice, you keep it up, the attacks is more manageable in time. okay? Or if you manage, for example, on weekends to come to the temple and maybe arrange to sit longer, okay? That is the motivation for you because right now there's a need for you to do something about the attack, the panic attacks. And therefore, what you could do right now is sit longer at the temple to develop skills to protect yourself, okay? So it's a good time for you to meditate and develop skills. I would not worry. It's only a concern when, for all of you, we're going to have anxiety attacks, we're going to have all sorts of mental pressure. That's part of life, okay? That's normal. And remember, when you're aware that you're under pressure and you are not yourself, or you have some mental issues, then you need to meditate, cross your legs, okay? And learn to protect yourself. And nothing to worry about as long as you're able to do that, you cross your legs, make time to cross your legs, and if you see that it helps, then you have a chance to resolve the attacks yourself. But if you're still overwhelmed, okay, then in that case, definitely come to the temple. Because when you come to an environment like DTT or WMT, you're getting a lot more support than if you were at home. Okay, so you come to the temple and meditate there, and as much as you can, then see if it helps. It should help. Okay, and if you're still overwhelmed, then you need help from us. Okay, we have plenty of people who can help all of your mental issues. I'm proud to tell you, my abbots all are able to help you, all your mental issues. If they can't, there's also Daddy here, sitting here waiting in the wings. Big Daddy, okay? We're not afraid of him at all. All right? Okay, thank you for the question. Anyone else? Wisdom and samadhis, let me remind you, increase because of your needs. If you come to us with a need, you said, I'm not feeling well, I want to increase my stamina, I want to clear my head, I want to be less anxious, I want to be less depressed, we will be able to help you, I assure you. We've been doing this for 18 years now. That's what we've been doing consistently. So that's why we incrementally add more things. We started 10 years ago with Tuesday night mantra sessions. And it's because I saw the few supporters I had back then who was loyal and who suffered a lot. So I decided to have Tuesday mentor sessions to help them cope with their depression. Okay, let it be known that our Tuesday will be a tradition. Tuesday mentor sessions is a tradition it's there, and we'll always make it available for you as long as there's a Bodhi Light International to help the people, give all of you a break from your depression for the duration. Okay? Tuesday night. Okay? In the US, in Korea, whatever. Okay? You will get help. Yes, 8.
Master, do you mean the Saturday night one with the 3 mantras?
Is Saturday night? Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, Saturday night. Tuesday night is what? Vietnamese mantra. Okay, sorry. Okay, Vietnamese mantra is something else.
I also have a question.
Yes.
So, Master, I just sleep too much, and then I feel I don't have time to do the things I want to do. I just spend too much time sleeping. So,
You sleep too much?
yeah. Is there any advice for things I should do to have more?
Did you sleep more before, or is it a new thing? Has it always been the case, or is it
I think a
change
recent,
in increased sleepiness?
I think a recent 6 months year I sleep more. It's a lot of times I have to take my kid to go to bed, and then I will go to bed with him at like 8:30 or 9, and then I sleep the whole night till like the next morning, sometimes all the way to like 6, 7.
So how many hours is that?
It's very long hours. Well, sometimes I wake up a little early and get up, but a lot of times I sleep through that. So that would be like 8, 9, 10 hours.
And that's normal, isn't it? That's what the medical people of the world are saying, 8 hours a night. Isn't that average? So what's the problem?
So it's more like, I feel 9 hours is too much. I don't feel good sleeping.
You get up in the middle and fall back to sleep, or is it straight?
Sometimes I was awake a bit in the middle. Sometimes I don't.
Till you pass out.
Yeah, sometimes so. Sometimes I pass out.
Okay, are you under stress?
Yeah, it's probably has something to do with that.
Okay, that's why. When we sleep, it's a natural process. Sleep is necessary for us, for our bodies to get repaired, to repair our bodies. So therefore, naturally, you will sleep as much as you need to repair your body. Okay, and so so the rule of thumb is not 8 hours. The rule of thumb could be 10 hours, could be depending on how much wear and tear you have in your body. Okay, for example, the athletes, for example, or the people who use the bodies a lot, they probably need more sleep than us. Or the people who are under stress, we need to sleep more because the drain from the anxieties and from those worries really takes a toll on your body, a lot more than people realize. And in particular, in your case, it's a combination of stress and depression. Okay, it's still there. I look at you, I see depression, and therefore, it's something very scary. Let me tell you, for this lady here to be still vulnerable to depression, I tell you, her kung fu is very, very high, and compared to even most monks and nuns. Most monks and nuns would kill to be at her level. Would they? I think so, yeah. Oh, I'm violent. I like violence. And yet, she's still vulnerable to depression. Okay, so it's a lifelong problem, and this is why when you have depression, especially the people who have severe depression, debilitating depression, they need to come to the temple and get help. Okay, even at advanced levels, you need help. Okay, all right, and so in your case, the two reasons why you sleep so much. Number one is the stress. Okay, you stretch yourself during the day too much. You still allow yourself to be afflicted too easily. You have to learn to drop so that you have less stress. And number two is that's the first thing you need to do. And then once you have that, it should reduce your need for sleep. And number two, if it doesn't, that means that your depression is still there. Okay? And it's a matter of time. Eventually, it will get lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay? Your depression is no longer debilitating, but it's still eventually at your level, you learn how to cope better with it. You have weaknesses that enable them to sneak in and drain you. Okay, so it's a matter of time. Eventually, you learn. Nothing to worry about. Anyone else? Going back, if you have a need, then there's a way to address your needs through chant, through Pureland, through mantras, through old sutras, and so forth. Okay, and this is what we are. But the ordinary people that say, "I'm fine, I'm happy, I don't have any problems," then there's no need for us. The reason it's Mahayana is because we can serve your needs. And we train ourselves, improve our skills, develop skills to serve your needs. Okay? First, my approach is to develop wisdom first, and then develop spiritual powers later. All right? It's slightly different from a Chinese and the Asians. Asians are too enamored with spiritual powers without realizing it's a showstopper. It will limit your growth, it will slow down your improvement tremendously, a lot more than people realize. Okay? Anyone else? So we need more people here at DTT. I'm seeing maybe a few more coming, so that we can be more complete as a temple. All right. All right, let's take a 5-minute break and come back and do the lunch offering. Thank you all.